It's coming. It's coming. We have a date already. So far, it's coming on Thursday. But hopefully, they change the date so it comes earlier. So of course, I'm gonna reach out to MSI because the 9800X3D doesn't play games by itself. We need a new motherboard because it's not gonna work on my X570. So I have to get a new motherboard. I need RAM. I need a CPU cooler because I want to, and I need a chassis because I want to build a second PC so I can do a streaming without losing performance. I can do performance analysis. I can do a lot more for the channel. And I have the capture card already. So I'm gonna reach out to MSI. MSI has everything. They have the motherboard, they have the RAM, they have the cooler, the chassis. So hopefully they say yes to all of that. Fingers crossed. And that would be awesome. I cannot wait to get this. Can you hear me well? Let me know how is the sound. So what I'm gonna do in this live stream, I have to change the strings on my guitar. Usually on Saturdays, I like to watch the UFC. If I'm not watching it, at least I listen to the MMA holes. And I like the UFC. I'm excited that next year the UFC is gonna be on streaming, so I can actually pay for it and see it instead of just waiting for the videos to to be released on YouTube. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. I'm gonna change the strings on my guitar like I did last time. So yeah, I'm gonna have a live chat if some people show up. It's a Saturday, so I guess people are gonna be busy having a good time the weekend. But yeah, that's what I'm up to. 9800X3D coming, and of course, yeah, I'm gonna try to do some serious benchmarks, like record gameplay with. I remember I used to do this with Fraps, but there are some better tools now where we can record exactly the dots to get a perfect graph of the frame time and all the missing frames and all of that. Not missing frame, exactly all the frame time graph. So I'll see if I can do some serious benchmarks, which I've never done, to record the before and after from the 5800X3D to the 9800X3D with the 5090. And how's it going? Also, Christopher Saucy, MSI, they said they were gonna send me the 500 Hz QD OLED monitor. Yes, but it was gonna be a review sample that I had to return back, and I have no issue with that. I'm okay. I was like, yeah, send it to me. I'll return it back. That's okay. I'll buy it if I want it. But the thing is, they said that monitor is still bouncing around. So there's like a very long list of YouTubers that receive that monitor. So basically when they finish, then send it to the next one. And so it seems like I am very far on the on the list. There's a lot of influencers. No deep breath on this one. I just got a huge meal now, so I cannot do that one right now. Usually on the live streams we don't do that, but the other thing I can do, I can actually live stream with a second PC. So basically, when I'm building the PC, I can live stream using OBS with multiple cameras from my PC with a better microphone for higher quality sound. So yeah, we can do a lot more with the second PC. All the YouTubers have two PCs at least. for streaming. It's necessary for streaming and for benchmarking and all of that stuff. So that's going to give the channel a lot more content for sure. Also, when I have to compare different TVs and all of that in the future, having two PCs is gonna let me do it much better on HDR and all of that. You play the electric guitar as well? Yeah. I am. I've been a guitar teacher for like 5 years in the U.S. already. In Cuba, I mean, I gave a lot of classes, so I learned how to play with the pick, the electric guitar, so I can teach the rock people here in the rock people here in the U.S. So I can play very fast, very easily with a pick. So now I'm changing the strings on the guitar. Playing with a pick fast is very easy. So yeah, we have a new upgraded command center that's coming. Now let's see if MSI sends me. I mean, that's a lot to send me, man. That's a lot of money. So again, this channel is not that big, okay? So I mean, we're talking about MSI would have to send me a motherboard, a CPU cooler, RAM, which is expensive. The RAM we're talking about is gonna be like top tier RAM, a chassis. So I mean, that's a lot of money, a lot. So, and it's to keep. It's not a review sample. So I mean, I would make videos about all of that, because I mean, that's just more content for the channel, and I'll be happy to get it. But let's see if they say yes. That they have sent me already that stuff, but it's like asking them to send it again. So it's a lot to ask. But let's see if they send it to me, because MSI is the best when it comes to sending me stuff, because they all they care is give me one video and have the name and the description of the video. And I don't think I don't know, I don't have experience with other companies like Asus and ASRock. I don't know, all these companies. I don't have experience with other companies. I don't know really how they would handle it, but better than MSI is impossible. So how's it going, Berwin? You order your MSI MAG27 1QPX E2. Any thoughts? Well, that's a sweet spot. That's what I think. 1440p, 240 hertz. That is the most realistic. Because I mean, to get 360 FPS on these latest games is not it's not on the table, unless we have CRT simulation or heavy frame generation. It's just not gonna happen. So 240 hertz is what you can actually enjoy, really. 240 FPS. So in QD OLED is the way to go. So that's a good one. I reviewed that monitor actually. I'm sure you saw the videos. I got 2 of those monitors, and that's a sweet spot. So you will dethrone you. So you have a 9800X 3D and 5090 command center. So I think you said you had a 5090 and the 7800X 3D. I mean, the difference is very small, very, very small. I mean, it's in most games you're not gonna be able to tell the difference. So you have the 360 hertz IPS display. So the advantage of LCD monitors is that they can potentially have very good strobing, very, very good motion clarity when using strobing. But that's it. Okay, that's where the benefits end. There's no other benefit of LCD. So that 240 hertz QD OLED is gonna blow that IPS monitor out of the water in every single way. Picture quality, not even close. Not even close. Contrast and the colors and the responsiveness of 240 FPS gaming, it's just not gonna be close. So you're gonna definitely see a big improvement. Do you need to buy RAM? So So I don't know. Yeah, I don't have the motherboard and the RAM. I'm gonna have to ask MSI. Uh, let's see. Let's see how it goes. So hopefully MSI sends me something. Maybe not everything, but they could send me at least. You know, I'm gonna tell them MSI, hey, I need all of this stuff. Okay, I understand that's a lot to ask. So you know, send me, if you can send everything. That's unbelievable. That's great. If you can just send me something, send it to me. I'll make a video about it. That's for sure. So if that's the price, no problem. I'll make 2-3 videos about it. So it's not a problem. So your monitor doesn't have backlight strobing? Yeah, no. So yeah, it's not gonna be even close to the OLED. No, forget about it. You're gonna love that QD OLED, man. The colors and the contrast is just not like, you're gonna be blown away. I mean, it's gonna be an absolutely huge difference. The only thing that you might be like, oh, I am missing this, is like if you have the lights on the room, and you're gonna see that the IPS has a much higher full screen brightness for sure. At least 500 nits full screen, and then you're going down to 250 nits, which is a big difference. But yeah, the optimum size for 4K and 8K. You see, what my opinion on the screen size and the resolution is that 4K looks the same no matter what the screen size. Now the thing is, when you have a 65 inch, which is what I have, or bigger, you can get closer to the screen for more immersion, and yes, you can get closer to a non-normal viewing distance, and then you can see more the defects of, you know, aliasing or anything. But don't get that close to the screen. You can get, basically, as long as you have the same pixels per degree of view, it doesn't matter. So it is all about pixels per degree of view. So in your field of view, how big does the display look? So there's no advantage of having a smaller 4K display, because with a bigger TV, you just step back and you can get the exact same result as with a smaller monitor. It doesn't matter. So the PPI number, it's literally irrelevant. So when it matters is when the monitor is so small that you would not get that close, and it's like you're so far away. Yes, it's like close to retina level, but it's because you cannot get close enough. So the advantage of a bigger screen is that you can get closer and you get more immersion. So bigger is better. It's that simple. It's very, very simple. So I would get the biggest TV, biggest QD OLED TV you can get. 8K, unfortunately, we don't have 8K QD OLEDs, but I think we are about to get 5K QD OLED monitors from Samsung. Probably 120 hertz. That's not great. It's irrelevant, really. 5K, 120 hertz. Now, if it's 240 hertz, 32 inches, 240 hertz, 5K QD OLED, that's the monitor to get. If it's 500 hertz, it will be better, and if it's bigger than 32 inches, it will be even better. But you know, we get what we can get, right? This man just turned a TV into a guitar. Just join it. No, I'm changing the strings of my guitar. So what I do with my guitar is I put new strings, then I use them until they start sounding like they are not new anymore. And then what I do is a Cuban trick. I flip them. So there's a lot of a string that is here, up here, that is brand new. So what I do is I flip this part of the string here. So I do this. And now I have like a big section of the string that is brand new. So it's like putting new strings on the guitar again. So it's a Cuban trick. So that's what I do. So that's what I'm gonna do today, because I've been practicing a lot and the strings I'm going through the strings very fast, especially this last string. I do that with this last string. The first three are nylon, so nylon, no, these are carbon fiber strings. They don't wear out. Yeah, 5K is gonna be great, man. 5K is, I think that's gonna be a significant improvement. That's gonna be great. So the MSI 271 QBX Q2 OLED have black crushing issue. I heard Alienware. So here's the thing. I got two of them, so I can actually answer that question very well. I have experience with three of those MSI QD OLED monitors. And when it comes to near black and white balance, they were all completely different. Okay, not even close. So I'm gonna tell you, those reviews where they give you in detail, precisely, they tell you the calibration, all of that, that's irrelevant to you because you don't know what you're gonna get. Okay, so I would be interested actually in, Monitors Unbox. I think is the best monitor reviewer, or the display guy. He's also very good. I would be interested to see testing and monitor calibration consistency. So I would be interested for them to get 5 or 10. I mean, it's a very small sample size, but still, get 5 or 10 of the same monitor and check the calibration. They were all different. At least the 3 monitors that I tried, they were completely different. So you cannot generalize and say this monitor from MSI is gonna be this good when it comes to the calibration and stuff. They were all different. So thank you very much, Marlon, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Boss man, what display do you recommend? I play PC. Get the biggest QD OLED TV you can get. That's simple. And I would recommend the S95F because it's 165 Hertz. But what I'm gonna definitely recommend you is that you have to, when you're buying Samsung, make sure that you have a membership or something that allows you to replace the TV if it has any issue or to return it. I got the Costco, and Costco has a returning policy that is God tier. You have like 90 days to return or replace the TV, and they don't ask any questions. So that will be number one. If you already have Costco, try to get the S95F, but I'm not sure if they have the S95F. Otherwise, try to get, I got the Best Buy membership, and it pay well, okay? Best Buy membership, you have 60 days to replace the TV. No questions asked. For any reason, you can replace the same model as many times as you need because Samsung quality control absolutely sucks, okay? And you might get a TV that is bent, that has sound problems, there's something weird with it, like dead pixels. So make sure, man, like my recommendation is get a Samsung TV, QD OLED TV. Why? Because they are so cheap. They are stupid cheap. I got a 55-inch S95C QD OLED for $760 brand new last year. That is absurd because that's what a monitor cost. That is a much smaller screen size and it's not even close to the brightness of the TV. So my recommendation is get the S95F. Why? Because it's the brightest QD OLED that has the highest refresh rate for the size. It's 165 Hertz. But make sure you can replace it and return it because it is Samsung. So the sound might be broken. Yeah, so quality control, whatever. So yeah, that's my recommendation. I recommend TVs because the screen size is gonna give you a better experience, man. It's just the size is king. But if you don't want to get a huge TV, then of course 32-inch QD OLED monitor works. But now we're gonna get the 500 hertz monitors, but those are 27 inch. But 500 hertz is amazing. So if you like motion clarity, man, 500 hertz is gonna be insane. But also with the WRGB monitors, if you want the best motion clarity, we're gonna have 720 hertz at 720p hybrid said the other day, but I think they updated that and it's supposed to be 1080p. But that's the monitor hybrid is gonna get. So that's definitely an option too. But I would go QD OLED, and 500 hertz I think is high enough. Well, that's my recommendation, man. Get a QD OLED as big as you can, basically. I think it's that simple. The brightest, biggest, highest refresh rate QD OLED you can get. That's the best. So yeah, that's what I would do. Okay, I'll try to read all the comments. We shouldn't get that many on the stream today, so I should be able to read everything. Let's see how many we have on the chat, because it's a Saturday today. People are probably watching the UFC. Let me see. Let me see how many we have in the chat. Read all the comments. Oh, we got 22 on the chat. Well, thank you very much for checking the stream. So if you are late to the stream, the 9800X 3D is coming on Thursday. So we got a tracking number already. And of course, once we get it, I'm gonna reveal the superhero that sent me the 9800X 3D. So literally, let me make this clear. I didn't buy the 9800X 3D. I am saving the money for the S95F because it's better for the channel, okay? I have so much content with that S95F that's gonna be nuts, okay? From removing the matte finish to crapping all over Samsung for doing that. So it's gonna be crazy. But honestly, for myself, like if I didn't have this YouTube channel, I would go with the 9800X 3D before I get the S95F. I'm happy with my S90D, it's good enough. And I would keep it for a very long time. If I get the S95F, it's like, you know, why would I need now two 65-inch QD OLED TVs and I'm getting another one? It doesn't make any sense. So for myself, the X9800X 3D is a much better thing. But somebody sent it to me for free, a gift for the channel. So thank you very much. And the reason why he's sending is because he said that he really appreciates that I am spreading awareness about motion clarity, and that is a topic that is not like basically I'm the only one. Not the only one, but I mean talking about the Blurbusters law and trying to explain motion clarity and all of that. I'm probably one of the very few, or maybe the only one that has been focusing on that, trying to understand it myself first, and then trying to explain it as good as I can. Thanks to the Blurbusters chief for explaining the Blurbusters law to me, because I didn't understand it when I started talking about it. So thank you very much. We got another super chat. Thank you very much, Marlon, for your super chat. He says, I keep thinking LG TVs are better. Yeah, LG's a better brand. If LG makes a QD OLED, I'm going to tell you, why would you buy Samsung? I mean, it's like no reason at all. Well, the only reason would be Game Motion Plus. LG is behind on that. Okay, Samsung Game Motion Plus, motion interpolation for gaming works. It works very well, and it's a game changer. If all you can get is 60 FPS, I use Samsung Game Motion Plus on my 5090 PC. Now that's how bad the games are running, but I use it. Okay, so that is the only thing that would make me think about, oh man, should I go with Samsung quality control, garbage, problematic firmware updates, and the settings, and you know. Now the other thing I like about Samsung over LG is the service menu. With Samsung, you can get more brightness on the service menu, and you can get, especially the near black. If you have near black crush, or you wanna change the near black in any way, we have just absolutely amazing settings on the service menu for Samsung TVs that allow you to change the gamma of the TV completely for SDR, for HDR. So those are some killer settings with Samsung, and of course we can turn off the dimming. We can do that with LG too. But in general, if you just want to buy a TV and have no issues with it, especially with the firmware updates, LG is better. Although LG messed up the G5 recently, okay? But it was a mistake. They didn't do it on purpose. It was from the stream from Brian and Brian's Tech Therapy and FOMO. He said that LG released the B5 firmware and it got applied to the G5, so they killed the brightness of the G5, which is Samsung level nonsense. Okay, that's the Samsung level of absolutely terrible firmware updates. So LG messed it up too. So it's something that can happen with LG too. But definitely everyone knows that LG is a better company than Samsung. I don't think that's a secret for anyone. So yeah, so I will get an LG QD OLED, but they don't make QD OLEDs. That's the problem. QD OLED is the best technology. And for me, look, the benefit goes beyond picture quality. For some reason, to my eyes, maybe this is not the experience for everyone, but to my eyes, this 1000 nits Samsung S90D hurts less to my eyes. It bothers, it strains my eyes significantly less than my 800 nits LG C1. Okay. Or let's say 200 nits full screen, 150 nits on the C1. The C1, to my eyes, is a lot harder. Like, it bothers my eyes more. And actually, I used to love blue light killer settings on my LG C1. I use them all the time because reducing the blue lights was making my eyes relax. But with the QD OLED, I don't need to do that. I have never even tried to reduce the blue lights on these QD OLEDs because it doesn't bother my eyes at all. So QD OLED does not only has the better color, usually better screen uniformity, and better gradation of colors with less color banding. They look better to me. They look more correct. Even if it's just 100 nits, they look better. So, as it going, Marlos asking, Pioneer Elite Plasmas back in the day were great and very expensive too, like a $10,000 command center by itself. There says, I have a 32-inch 4K 240 Hz QD OLED and it is diabolical. One day I will buy a TV, but for my first OLED, I'm very happy. So the thing is, if I was you, I would definitely wait until the TVs are 240 Hz plus. You don't want to get the downgrade because 32-inch is already big enough that if you get close enough to the screen, you're not going to see a big difference between that and a TV. But you will definitely see a difference if you go from 240 Hz on your 5090 to 144. It's gonna look blurry, especially with the bigger screen size. It's not gonna be good. I would not recommend you to get a QD OLED TV until they are 240 Hz plus. So the thing is, you never want to go back on anything because you're gonna miss it. You have to go See, technology needs to just be better at absolutely everything. Better motion clarity, brighter, higher refresh rate, everything has to be better, bigger, better. So you have to wait. You have to wait for 240 hertz. Otherwise, you're gonna suffer. And you're gonna have to endeavor again. So you don't wanna have to suffer and endeavor. Okay, let's see. I missed a lot of comments. Let me remove this already. This is ready for removal. You're watching KFC? Oh, the UFC. Yeah. I always watch the UFC, but usually I have to wait for the fights to be posted. You know. So I'm waiting anyway. But if I am not watching the UFC, I am listening to it. Like the MMA halls. I like to listen to the MMA halls. And then I practice the guitar. I really like Saturdays with the UFC or any other fighting events. And I went to the UFC. I did a live stream when I was there. It was incredible, man. Watching the UFC live, it was such a different experience. It was just insane. And now I'm going to go on January. I'm gonna go to see monster trucks. So yeah, I'm enjoying the American events. Actually, I have a way to post the comments on the stream, but I'll do it next time. I'm using OBS now. What do you think about the S90F? I think the S90F is very good, but I would pay the difference and get the S95F unless you hate the matte finish like me and you don't want to remove it. So if you are like, no, I'm not gonna avoid the warranty and remove the matte finish or risk breaking the TV that is very expensive, S90F is a very good TV because the brightness is better than the S95C. And I already tested the S95C, and let me tell you, when it comes to HDR impact, the S95C, it's like you will never feel like, oh, this is not bright enough. It was I think it's a sweet spot for brightness. So I think the S90F is definitely a great option. But the thing is, the S95 is much brighter full screen. It's not even close. So that is where I would go definitely. I would definitely go S95F. Even if you don't want to remove the matte finish, if you don't hate it, it's still better. I'm an American now. I am an American citizen. Okay, I got my citizenship already. So yeah, I'm an American. I'm a true American. So yeah, what do I think about the best diet? The best diet is what I eat, bro. No oil. That's the most important thing, man. If you just oil is nothing that you need, nothing good for you. If you just get rid of the oil, you are already getting rid of mostly the ultra processed garbage that most people eat. And if you get rid of that crap, you're gonna be so much better. So get rid of the oil. But I don't eat sugar either, so nothing that has sugar or salt. Unless, sometimes I go to a restaurant or something, yeah, it puts salt on it. It's okay, one day. I just have to drink a lot of water when I eat something that has salt because I am used to retain the sodium that natural food has. But it's okay, one day you can do it, it's not a problem. But I don't eat meat either. But I don't think it's necessary to be vegan at all. The problem is that many people eat meat too much. And not only meat, most people have the majority of their calories coming from animal products. And that's not good. The vast majority of your calories should come from plants. You're gonna eat meat, it's okay, but not 80% of the things you eat is animal products. That's just bad, man. So yeah, I don't have diabetes. Uh, I don't have any health issues. I'm confused. I'm hearing that QD OLED is better than OLED. I probably had an extra drink. Oh, QLED. No, wait, no. Actually, let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on, but the QN the Q90F that I saw at the store, it was looking so bad, man. That I thought there's something wrong with this TV. It has to be broken. The calibration is out of the box is so bad. There's something wrong with that TV. It cannot look this bad. So, in my opinion, and let me tell you, KG was here on the previous live stream, and KG tests all the TVs, all this. He's a TV reviewer. He gets all these LCD TVs for review, and he was like, "I'm no longer recommending mini LED. These mini LEDs that are close in price with OLEDs, they make no sense. Why would you buy that? It's like inferior in every single way, and you're paying almost the same money. It's not. It doesn't make any sense. So mini LED has to be huge. Has to be 100 inches. You know, something you cannot get an OLED at that size. So in that case, yeah, you have no choice. So now you can get your RGB mini LED. Maybe that would be the best option. But yeah, that's where I'm stand with the mini LED. Yeah, I do exercise. You know, another thing that I got recently. Let me tell you. I have not made a video about it because I don't want to give any company like free promotion. No, they have to pay me for that. But I do have to say, I recently got for the family, because I have family, you know, some older folks that have a lot of pain everywhere. Okay, and I got for them a massage chair. Okay, and let me tell you, that was a life-changing event. Okay, my folks use this massage chair all the time, every day, and it has made a huge difference for them. And for myself, because I'm practicing the guitar, very, strongly for many hours, that has helped me to do more. Like, let's say I wake up and I'm like, guitar all day, full blast guitar. I go on the massage chair and back at it again. So I would make a video about it to tell you how awesome it is, but unfortunately, the company, I reached out to that company and they were not interested in me making a video about it. I'm like, okay, well, you missed it, because I was literally going to make an ad for your product because I think it is that good, but they didn't care about it. So okay, you missed it then. It was gonna be the best ad you could have for your product. And talking about ads, I have like 3 sponsored videos. I'm gonna make at least one tomorrow, man. I have to make these sponsored videos to get them out of the way, especially so I can make the upcoming videos with the MSI stuff. Hopefully MSI sends me all the stuff. So those are the videos that I really like because things are related with the channel. But the other products that I have for a sponsor, they are just products that have nothing to do with with the channel. So it's not like, that's not the kind of stuff that we talk about. But of course, they're gonna pay me good money, so it's gonna help me to buy the S95F. And also Marlon is helping me here to buy the S95F. Thank you very much for your another super chat, man. Thank you very much. So what games I'm playing right now? So I'm gonna show you right now. Let me show you the list of the games. Let me open here. Oh, why is this? I don't know why when I'm streaming I open the Windows Explorer and it's like it crashes for some reason. This is not demanding. The Windows Explorer, why would the PC crash with this? Well, let me tell you by memory, because I don't want this stream to crash me opening the Windows Explorer. So I'm looking at my icons right now. I installed Indiana Jones, but I'm not playing it yet. But I'll check it out. I'm playing Hell is Us, which I streamed the other day. I was playing Wushan, but I was thinking, should I keep playing that or not? So I'm not sure about it. Kingdom Come Deliverance, I started playing that. Lies of P is I am far away, but I'm still stuck with a boss fight. Rise of the Ronin, and yeah, because I installed Metal Gear Solid, I'm gonna uninstall that. It's not gonna. And I'm gonna play Horizon Forbidden West for the graphics, but the game is so uninteresting, man. It looks good, but it's like, who cares? It is the story, and there's something off with that game, man. It should be incredible because it looks great, but it's not interesting. And also, I have to play the Cyberpunk DLC, the Liberty, Phantom Liberty. I finished the whole game, but I never played the Cyberpunk. So Kingdom Come Deliverance, the graphics are, I have no complaints. They look absolutely insane. Kingdom Come Deliverance is like one of the best looking games that I've seen. But I have not played enough to have an opinion. I played Kingdom Come Deliverance, the original one. I played it a lot, actually, but I never finished it. I never finished the story, but I played it. But when I played that game, it was not running very well. So I might play it again now that it runs well. So Callisto Protocol, I couldn't play that game because the aliasing was so bad and it doesn't support DLSS. The character model looks great, but it has so much aliasing. So it's like it has a lot of staircase effect. And by the way, the FSR4 now that you can mod and all of that, it doesn't work for NVIDIA yet, right? Or does it work for NVIDIA? FSR4 now is only for AMD, or is it working for NVIDIA? Like if I try Callisto Protocol with the mod or OptiScale or something like that, I don't know. Can I mod Callisto Protocol to be FSR4 and play that with my NVIDIA GPU, or it's not gonna work? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, the OptiScaler. I have not messed with that. I will if it makes any difference for me. I'll check it out. So I don't know if, because Callisto Protocol, that's the problem. It doesn't have DLSS. The character looks incredible. Looks very realistic. I like it a lot, but the aliasing was so bad, man. So Kingdom Come Deliverance has eclipsed Red Dead Redemption 2. I have not played it yet, but it looks amazing. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 looks amazing, and it runs very well. For the way it looks, it runs amazing. But yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, Red Dead Redemption 2, and now with the DLSS 4 fixing the blurriness that game had at the beginning, I don't think you can have a better. I mean, the thing is, Red Dead Redemption 2 textures are a little bit outdated. They could be a lot better. But, I mean, the game and the story and all of that, I mean, it's like, it doesn't get any better than that. I don't think you can have a better game when it comes to the story and the script and everything that happened. No. I mean, Rockstar, it's like Rockstar level of nonsense. You know, that's what I like about Red Dead 2. It's just next level. So yeah, I cannot wait for GTA 5, man. We're gonna play GTA 5 in a $10,000 command center. GTA 6. Yeah, hopefully it comes. I still hope GTA 6 is gonna come to PC, man. I don't know why, but I don't know, man. I have feelings that it might happen. Even when they said no, I think it could happen. So you have mods to fix the textures on Red Dead 2. What is the name of of the mod. I'm gonna play Red Dead 2 again, for sure. I finished the game, but I'm gonna play it again with a 5090 because I finished it with my 3080. I wanna see it in more glory now. 2026 for GTA 6. And we got another super chat, man. Thank you very much. Thoughts on the lossless scaling app on Steam? I have made like 3 videos about lossless scaling. Is there any major updates? Let me check. Let me open the Steam of my keyboard. Let me get my keyboard over here. Is there any major update since last time I checked? Let me see. Let me check Steam. Oh, here we go, an update. Then you love that, you want to play your game. Oh, no, you have to wait for an update. You get your GPU drivers. So for me, the worst thing about gaming right now is here's your new drivers to play the new game. And now when you go through the games, you have to go through the shader compilation stuttering. So once you get no stutter in your game, you have to update the drivers and your games have to stutter again. So that's like one of the worst things right now with gaming. You have to suffer the stuttering every time you update the drivers. So I think lossless scaling, so the thing is, if you have a second GPU setup, I think lossless scaling is gonna be fantastic. I have not tried that yet. I will definitely try a second GPU for lossless scaling when I get the better motherboard with the 9800 X3D, because the motherboard that I have right now will not allow me to have a second GPU and improve anything, because if I have a second GPU, it basically cuts the bandwidth of the main PCI Express to 8x. And I tried this already. I tried with my 3080, I tried a 1050 Ti, I think, as a second GPU a long time ago, and I was getting worse performance. So what I tried to do was to use the second GPU for PhysX, and I was getting worse performance because the main GPU was losing. But with a better motherboard, when I go from, it still has 16 lanes, even if it goes down one generation on the PCIe, it's always gonna go down one gen, but it's still gonna be enough. So if I don't lose performance with a 5090, and I can use lossless scaling with the second GPU for the frame generation, which in this case would be the 3080, which is overkill. You don't need a 3080 for that, but that's what I have. I think that's where lossless scaling is going to shine, because lossless scaling looks good, but the performance hit is so big sometimes that it doesn't make any sense. Like if you're getting 120, so I have to install lossless scaling because let me do that, because I reinstall Windows, so I have to install it again. So the thing is, lossless scaling, sometimes you're getting 120 FPS, you use lossless scaling, 2x frame generation, and now you're getting 144 or something like that. It's like, no, you must rather. So it is better if you have 90 FPS, true 90 FPS, than if you have 120 FPS with 2x frame generation and worse input lag. But if you have a second GPU for the frame generation, and by the way, AMD GPUs, I've heard that they are better for that. They have better performance than the NVIDIA GPUs for that specific thing. um, if you have a second GPU, now you have 90 FPS, and you're just going to double that or triple that, or you have 100 FPS and you're gonna double or triple that with no performance loss on your base frame rate. So your base frame rate doesn't change. That, I think that's the best way to make this shine. That's just the best, because the bad thing about lossless scaling is to hit the FPS. It's just massive. That's the problem. The lossless scaling, like George saying, lossless scaling is basically useless unless you have a second GPU. The FPS hit to your base frame rate is massive, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But with the second GPU, I mean, the reason why I really like the Samsung Game Motion Plus is because I get of course I don't get any hit on the frame rate, because the TV doesn't care, the PC doesn't care that you're using interpolation on your TV. So that's the thing. That's why sometimes I prefer to use lossless. I prefer to use Samsung Game Motion Plus than NVIDIA frame generation. But with NVIDIA frame generation, I can get up to 144 frames. But yeah, that's the thing. So what is this? Go back to Mexico? Do you think I come from Mexico, or someone here in the chat comes from Mexico? What is that? What kind of nonsense is that? Let me ban this. Let me get this. Open the stream here. You cannot just come here and say stupid things like that. I'm gonna let you get away with it. You're banned, bro. Forever. Let's see, where is this guy? Open the get this guy. Every time you try to open something, it's like, let's verify that it's you and all this nonsense. Let me see if I can open this again. So yeah. Let me open this thing. So yeah, man, it's weird, but sometimes we get a troll. It happens. Let's get this guy out of the way. There you go. He's gone. You're gone. Okay, sorry. Okay, let's see what we got here. So yeah, GTA 6 until 2027. We're gonna have to wait a lot. Hopefully, I still have hopes, man. It's funny, both lossless scaling and my smooth motion both look about the same in quality, similar to performance hit too. I think lossless scaling looks better than NVIDIA smooth frames. NVIDIA smooth frames is actually very bad. Like, when it comes to the ghosting, I think it's terrible. One of the things that I don't understand with NVIDIA, even with NVIDIA frame generation, not even the smooth frames, is that when you are in the menu, scrolling up and down, you can see the artifacts badly. And my Samsung Game Motion Plus doesn't have that issue that bad. I mean, you can still see artifacts, but it's not that bad. So I don't know why that happens. Then when you open the game, it's okay. You can still see the artifacts, but it's not that bad. But I don't know why on the menu it looks so bad. So yeah, NVIDIA smooth frames, I have never found a way to use that really.